The Cleveland Torso Murders, a true story of a grisly enigma in the 1930s. Cleveland, Ohio, was gripped by terror as a serial killer stalked its streets, leaving behind a trail of dismembered bodies. Known as the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run, this phantom killer murdered at least 12 victims. Their torsos often severed with surgical precision and scattered across the city's poorest districts. What makes this case so haunting is not just the brutality, but the fact that the killer was never identified, vanishing into the shadows as mysteriously as they appeared. This is the chilling tale of the Cleveland Torso Murders, a mystery that still baffles criminologists today. The victims were drifters, outcasts, and forgotten souls, their identities often lost to time. The killer's methods were meticulous, taunting police with clues that led nowhere. Who was the Mad Butcher? And why did their reign of terror end so abruptly? The answers remain buried in Cleveland's dark past. It began in September 1935, in the depths of the Great Depression. In Cleveland's Kingsbury Run, a gritty, desolate area filled with shantytowns and railroad tracks. Two boys stumbled upon a horrifying discovery: the headless, limbless torso of a man dumped near a creek. Nearby, they found a second body, similarly mutilated. Both victims had been drained of blood, their cuts clean and precise, suggesting a killer with medical knowledge or butcher's skill. The police identified one victim as Edward Andraschi, a small-time hustler, but the other remained a John Doe. The discovery sent shockwaves through Cleveland. Over the next 3 years, 10 more bodies surfaced, mostly in Kingsbury Run or the nearby Cuyahoga. The victims, men and women, often vagrants or sex workers, were decapitated, dismembered, and sometimes bisected at the waist. Some were found days after death, others preserved in chemicals, hinting at a killer who kept their victims' remains. The precision of the cuts led police to suspect someone with anatomical expertise, possibly a doctor, surgeon, or slaughterhouse worker. What unnerved investigators most was the killer's audacity. Bodies were left in plain sight under bridges, in vacant lots, even near City Hall, almost as if the Mad Butcher was mocking the police. One victim, dubbed the Lady of the Lake, washed ashore in 1934, a possible early kill. Another, a woman's torso found in a basket, was wrapped with such care, it suggested the killer took pride in their work. The heads, when recovered, were often too decomposed to identify, and many victims remain nameless. Cleveland's police, under pressure from a panicked public, launched a massive investigation led by Detective Elliot Ness, famous for taking down Al Capone. Ness scoured the city, raiding hobo camps and interrogating suspects. One prime suspect was Dr. Francis Sweeney, a troubled surgeon with a history of alcoholism and mental instability. Sweeney failed lie detector tests and taunted Ness with cryptic postcards, but there was never enough evidence to charge him. Another suspect, a butcher named Frank Dolezal, was arrested but died in custody under suspicious circumstances, possibly suicide or foul play. The killings were gruesome, but the eerie details made them legendary. Some bodies showed signs of being refrigerated, suggesting the killer had a private space to store them. Witnesses reported seeing a tall, shadowy figure near dump sites, but descriptions were vague. In 1938, the killer left 2 torsos in a garbage pile directly across from Ness's office, a bold taunt that humiliated the police. That same year, the murders mysteriously stopped, leaving investigators baffled. Did the killer die, move away, or simply choose to vanish? Theories abounded. Some believed the Mad Butcher was a transient, passing through Cleveland during the Depression. Others pointed to a local with deep ties to the city, hiding in plain sight. A few even speculated the killings were linked to other unsolved cases, like the Black Dahlia murder in Los Angeles, though no evidence connected them. The lack of victim identification, most were society's forgotten, made the case harder to crack, as leads dried up quickly. By the early 1940s, the case had gone cold. Elliot Ness, haunted by his failure to catch the killer, left Cleveland. The city tried to move on, but the Torso murders left a scar. Kingsbury Run, once a bustling hub, became a place of whispered fears where locals avoided walking alone at night. Some claimed to see ghostly figures near the old dump sites, though these were likely urban legends born of collective trauma. Today, the Cleveland Torso murders remain one of America's most perplexing unsolved cases. At least 12 victims are attributed to the Mad Butcher, though some estimate the toll could be higher. No one was ever convicted, and the killer's identity, whether a deranged doctor, a vengeful butcher, or a phantom of the Depression, remains a mystery. The Cuyahoga River still flows through Cleveland, silent and indifferent, carrying the secrets of those lost to a killer who was never brought to justice. If you enjoyed this videos, follow me, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.